Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. This is going to be a little bit of interesting information for those that are interested in information. Yeah, maybe I should have been a comedian. No, maybe not. Anyway, look, this is a set of, look, I'll give you a quick rundown what happens. For people that buy injector kits off us, we do a free contamination check. So if you send those back to us, cost you 10 or 15 bucks. Some of the things we lend you in the kit, like the crow's foot, the dowel, anything you don't use, whatever, any of those little red caps, because we send you those so you can cap the common rail. If you can send them back, including the ones off your new injectors, so we can build up a supply of those, that's awesome. You send them back anyway, so just throw that gear in. Last week we stripped down a set of injectors for someone. They were installed by a Toyota dealer at 150,000 Ks. I think he purchased the car from them under warranty. They sort of did something. Obviously they went for the cheapest way possible, because they went for the cheapest option that was available at the time. Now, all I want to say about those is, if I find that message, actually I'll show it to you later in the video, but I said, oh look, just so you know, these are Baileys, and he goes, oh, that makes sense, they were replaced by the Toyota dealership at 150k, and it was 300k now, but the key thing he said was, with the brand new, genuine Denso injectors we supplied, and the job done right, he goes, it's never run smoother or never run quieter. Look, I haven't got the message in front of me, I'll find it, but so, you can hold me to it's either it's never run smoother or never run quieter or something along those lines. We've got another set here someone's returned with a love letter. Okay, so this is the sort of thing, we put some of these up in the VIP group. We don't do them all. Basically, no news is good news. So you send your old injectors back for a free contamination check. The whole point of it is, if you've got water in your tank, it can get through filters, and we can tell on the injector internals if you've had water in there. So it's very rare, it's super rare, but it's worth doing as a free check. It's going to cost you 10 or 15 bucks to send them back, whatever. You don't have to, it's up to you, but we prefer you send back all those things we lend you as well. That's the Australian way, right? So we really appreciate all the people that send the crow's foot, the red caps, any of that good clean bubble wrap back so we can reuse it. Recycling, we're not into waste, we're into value for money and quality, and reuse what we can, recycling. So that's the story of those injectors. This story here, I'm just going to quickly read you this. You might be able to see it. It says, Anthony, I've completed full inlet and E-jar, cooler, clean, replace washers, all's good, fit a restrictor plate if you wish to check these old Bailey's Recon injectors. Here they are, or throw in the bin. Tent pegs. Would be interested on how bad they are. Almost 7 years, but only done 62,000 Ks. Now, it says here, he obviously has got the new injectors in. Engine does sound much better. Okay, funny that. Even though, at the time of writing, I've only done 33k. So there's not a lot of Ks, but it sounds much better. Well, that makes sense. I would totally agree. There's a mix of different washers here, I'll point out. I don't know what's going on there. You can see these are copper with the coating over them. These ones are copper. They look like they've got that yellow finish over them that goes black. So there's actually there's a mix of washers here, right? They are copper, luckily. That's why obviously it didn't have blow by, but you can see whoever did the job, there's a lot of bit of excess, but that's all right. I mean, no big deal. All I can say is, yeah, odd there's different washers there and whatever, so I'll point that out. So I don't do a video on everybody's injectors we strip down. It's just, if we've got, like, say we're doing, 5 or 6 sets in a day and I've got the time, I'll do that. And it's the sort of thing we put up in the VIP group. But this one, I just sort of remind you and let you know that's what we do, and just provide you some feedback. Don't worry about what I say. I say only use brand new, genuine parts. That's what I like. We've learnt over the years, over the decades, genuine in most cases works best, especially when it comes to Toyota parts. So other brands and stuff like that, it's not what we do. The feedback we've had last week and with this set here is that the genuine sounds better. So although some of the marketing with other products is, quieter for longer and last longer and all this sort of talk, just remember it's marketing. You can use those if you like, but we only promote and use and recommend brand new, genuine injectors. So just for fun, let's get these apart, get the command pistons out and just have a look for, do the contamination check and just see if we can see any wear on those. The only other thing I'll add is all the tips here, they do all look very black. So I'd say they were sort of over fueling quite badly. And this is one of the things you get with old tired injectors, even though these have only done 62,000 Ks. Anyway, guys, these were not new genuine injectors. I just want to be clear. These were Baileys. Baileys, they remanufacture, rebuild, You can use fancy words, blueprint, whatever you want to call it. That's what they do. They're not new injectors, they're rebuilt injectors, okay? So just to be clear on that, let's get them apart and have a look what the internals are like. Over to the dirty old workbench and vise for this part of the job. Okay, now I don't recommend you try this at home. It might work for you sometimes, but it's usually not. We're using a 700mm long bar, right? It's quite long, right? And it's a top quality 6-point deep reach socket. So we're going to make it look easy. I hope we are. I'm going to make it look real easy, but it's not always like that. So, and you can destroy the ends. And look, I'm not fast, but if you destroy them and then send them back to me for a free contamination check, and I can't get them open because you're rounding them off, it won't be happening. Right, I just want to say it again. This is probably one of the easiest sets. Probably they've been off before. Obviously, they're rebuilt injectors. Right, it's all got to do with the swing on the bar. Get the swing happening. Let's go back to the bench and have a look and see what's in there. Okay, so we've just cracked those loose just for speed. We're going to get these off a bit faster. This is probably similar to our what not to do video. There's a don't do this video. If you want to get your brand new injectors and change the nozzles and rack them, this is what you do, or this is perhaps what people do. Right, you're basically just changing that nozzle needle, right? So the nozzle and the needle, bada bing, right? So that's what we want to look at in this case. So we'll just obviously we're not taking any care with any of this. They are rubbish. They are tent pegs. Anyone want some tent pegs? If you're wondering, yeah, you can buy these injectors off me for tent pegs. I'll sell you tent pegs, no problem. So, you know the deal. Find my number, shoot me a text message, and let me know how much you're offering for tent pegs, okay? What are they worth? So we're going to get all the parts out in a sec. Sorry about the noise. Right. So what are tent pegs worth, guys? I don't know. 20 bucks each, 50 bucks each, 10 bucks each. Scrap metal. Yeah, I think I've got everything we need out. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. It's going to give all these. So there is DLC on the nozzle needle, same as the genuine ones. Alright. And we're not looking at all the parts. There's other parts in the injector as well. This is just a quick, you won't even be able to see this most likely, but I'm just giving these a wipe. And then I'm going to bring them over to the picture a bit. Wipe some of the fluff and everything off and just go, you know what? I tell you, with my eye on that second one in, I don't know if you can see that. I need to do this, don't I, to get it to focus or something at the right zone. Maybe move. I don't know what background you want for that, but I could see on the second one closest to you, I could see where with my eye. That's without bringing it close on. My eye is 12 inches, 14 inches away from, let me bring it in, have a closer look. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So let's get it to focus in here again and see if that works. If you can see. You've got a quality TV or you got up close, see that with your eye you can see the second one in, the DLC coating's worn off. Not picking on these injectors particularly, that'll give you a slight bit of noise, okay? But the most important part, and this is what's happening with all your injectors, right? Other than the genuine DLC coated ones, they just seem to be absolutely awesome. Right, I'm just going to give these a wipe and I'll show you the go. Obviously they're not DLC coated, right? It's pretty obvious. Not DLC coated. And what's happening with all your not DLC coated injectors, and when I say what's happening with all of them, this is what I'm talking about, based on averages. Our recommendation to replace, I'd rather base on averages. Diagnostics isn't reliable. If there's a problem, it'll tell you to replace them, but if it looks okay, it doesn't mean they're okay, okay? Now, get it to focus in here again. Hopefully it stays there. You can see the wear on those. Look at them. They're trashed. So that's a set of, look at the wear from there. See those 4 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, those 5 sections along there, that's where you see the worst of your wear. They're your command pistons. They're just not working right. They're going to be jamming up. There's going to be delays in timing with it going up and down. They are clear of contamination, Bruce. So that's the good news. That's what we're really here about. That's about it, guys. Bada bing. Hopefully you got something out of that bit of information. Give us a thumbs up if that was helpful. That's this thing here like that. Thumbs up. And if I've earned your subscription, please subscribe. Turn the bell on so you don't miss the next bit of your education, and I'll be looking in the comments for ideas for more videos. Thanks for watching. See you guys.